Morning. Excuse me. Right, I'm not going to be on long because I've come on before I've gone in the gym for once. But I've just had a bit of a conversation with my girls in the car this morning as I was dropping them off to school, and I just wanted to share it in here. I'm sure that I shared a live that Dee did from the Mindset Lounge. Is it called that? But I'm sure I shared it, and she was talking about her negative self. If I didn't share it, I'll have to think it. But anyway. Excuse me. Oh, Dee's on now. Hey, Dee. So, yeah, I think I shared the live that Dee did, but it was from Dee's page, and Dee and Liam. And she was discussing how we all have that negative chatter in our head and shutting up that negative chatter. And she's very open and discussed that even though she's a qualified counsellor, she's had her own battles and quite, distressing battles as well that she's had to overcome, and that have obviously left her with this negative person. Now, I call mine Negative Nancy. Don't know why, it just has been. And Dee calls hers Deborah because her name is Deborah, but she knows herself as Dee now, so it's like she's, that was the old her who was a negative person. And I just thought, do you know what, it's such a good thing. It's hard to do. Like, I was sharing stuff on Ruby Wax earlier this week, and she said that 1 in 5 thoughts we have are a negative thought. So when you think of it like that, it's a flipping big battle to be going against. So when we all say things like, oh, you've got to stop negative self-talk and don't be negative, when you think 1 in 5 of your thoughts and you have something like way over 20,000 thoughts a day, that's a lot of bloody negative thoughts to be trying to stop. So it is going to be pretty much impossible to stop every single one. But if we just try and be aware of them, it's a lot easier. And since Dee said about naming it, which I knew I'd done years ago, but I kind of just lost track of it, but naming it and speaking to it like it's another person. Now, I've already spoken here before I went to one of my psychology appointments the other week, about how I feel like I have all these different characters in my head, and how some come forward more than others, or come forward for a day or a week or whatever. So I thought, well, why not then literally refer to my negative talk as a person and control that person? Now, on the way to school this morning, my daughter was getting stressed. Now, she is not the most confident person. She never has been. It's just always been in a nature-nurture debate. Let's not get into that. So she's always been shy and reserved, and she's always lacked confidence. Even if she's excelling in something, for her, it's not good enough. And unfortunately, that's kind of from myself. And they have seen me when I was at uni. I would stay up till midnight to get my marks, and if they weren't what I wanted, I was just a mess, even though there was really good marks. But for me, if it was out 100%, I had to get 100%. So even when I got like 90%, I was like, I'm rubbish. So she was like, oh, Mum, I've got maths today. Oh, Mum, I'm so bad at maths. I was like, right, you're not. You do well in maths. You're on average and just above average for your maths, depending which test you're doing. So I explained to her, I said, right, do you know what it is? I said, do you know the bully at school? You've got a bully in your head, and we're going to name her. So we discussed it. I hate her being called Cass, and so does she. So he said, right, let's call the bully Cass. So, Cassidy is a nice person. Cassidy is a person who loves you as much as Mummy and as much as your best friend. And we need Cassidy to be the boss. But then you've got Cass, and she doesn't like Cassidy being happy. She doesn't like Cassidy being good at maths. So every time Cass tries to put you down, you need to tell her to shut up. Just like you would if there was a bully in the playground, you'd go and stick up for your friend and tell that bully to shut up, because she is that sort of person. She does that sort of thing. And her little face, and even Angel, who is the most confident person you can meet, okay? You can't tell Angel anything. If she says the sky's blue, it is blue. I know it's blue, but you know what I mean. They're literally polar apart, my two girls. And even Angel was like, oh, well, what could I call mine? And she gets called Angle a lot. So she said, I'm going to call mine Angle. So to every time I think that I'm not beautiful, although I don't think it a lot, Mum, I'm going to say, Angle, shut up. And I was like, yeah. And the pair of them was just like, this is like amazing, Mum. This is really good. And even straight away, Cassidy went, oh, I'm telling her to shut up, Mum, she's trying to say things now. And I'm like, she will do, but we've just got to learn to try and beat her. And then literally was like, but Mum, what if I say it out loud? What if I'm like just sat in school and I'm like, shut up, Cass? I was like, just explain to your teacher and say the negative me is trying to talk to me, and me and my mum have got a thing. And it's the first time I've watched my girl go to school and feel ready to tackle maths, because she has such a block on it, and you could just see the spring in her step. And I just thought, wow. And I know I'm talking about kids and some of you might think, oh, that's stingy, but I just thought it just shows how powerful it is. It's such a powerful thing to name and talk about. It is Dee, and I can't, obviously all credit to Dee, because she's the one who brought this to the forefront this week in the group. And I just think it's such a simple thing, but honestly it really, really works. And I feel like it's one of the first time, don't cry Nicole, it's not Tuesday. It's one of the first times that I've felt like I did something meaningful for my kids then. And I thought they're going to take that and remember that for a long time. And I just thought that made me feel like a good mum. It made me feel like I'm teaching them something useful. So Dee, I thank you so much for what you've done this week, Dee, because that was just, I'll remember that moment for the rest of my life, and I'm sure they will as well. So I want everybody who watches this to hit #replay, and I want you to name your negative person, okay? I want everyone to share the names. And then I want you to tell me that from today, you are going to tell whatever your negative Nancy is, you're going to get control of that frigging bully in your head, okay? It's not going to be easy, it's not. It's going to be a battle, and it might take us years, and then we'll still be working on it. But we are going to take charge from today, okay? So raise your hands, name your negative person, put it in the comments, and let's do this together, okay? And Dee, I love the bones off you. I'm going into the gym now. Gym mode. Yeah.